Is silence your secret weapon? What if I told you that the most powerful weapon you could ever wield in your life isn't something you can buy or fight for? It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's silence. Yes, the same silence that most people overlook, the same silence that scares them because they don't know how to use it. But for those who have mastered it, silence becomes a force of nature that leads them to clarity, control, and even success. It's quiet, but it's far from weak. The true power lies in knowing when to remain silent, to say nothing, yet let your actions speak volumes. Welcome to Quiet Discipline Method, where we unravel the secrets of living a focused, intentional life by harnessing the strength of silence. Many of us live in a world filled with noise, constantly battling to be heard. But what if I told you that the key to mastering your life lies in learning when to say nothing at all? Think about it. How many times have you found yourself trapped in endless conversations, explaining yourself over and over to people who don't truly care? How many arguments have you gotten into, only to realize that nothing you said changed the outcome? The reality is that most of us are draining our energy by filling every silence with noise. When you choose silence, you choose to stop leaking your energy. You stop feeding frustration, and you allow your mind to clear up, to reset. Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's a strategic pause, a choice to conserve your mental and emotional strength for the things that truly matter. By remaining silent at the right moments, you gain control over your energy, your focus, and your emotional state. It's not about suppressing your feelings, it's about processing them in silence so that you can react with intention, not impulse. Silence allows your thoughts to line up, your actions to be deliberate, and your presence to grow stronger without you needing to shout for attention. Before we dive deeper into how silence can change your life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us here at Quiet Discipline Method. By subscribing, you're supporting our mission to help you tap into the power of silence and live a life filled with purpose, focus, and inner peace. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me ask you this simple question. When faced with a challenge, would you prefer to react immediately or pause in silence to gather your thoughts before responding? A. React immediately. B. Pause and think first. Drop your answers in the comments below. Let's see how many of you are ready to embrace the power of silence. Silence is often misunderstood. People think it's empty, that it means doing nothing, that it's simply a lack of action or engagement. But in reality, silence is far from empty. It is a powerful force that shields you, guides you, and protects your energy. Every day, we lose precious energy simply by speaking when it's unnecessary. Every argument, every unsolicited explanation, every complaint drains a bit of our mental and emotional reserves. You wake up each day with a limited amount of energy, and how you choose to use it determines the quality of your life. When you speak endlessly about your struggles, when you replay your frustrations in conversation after conversation, you are unknowingly reliving those negative experiences. Each time you talk about your challenges, you feed them, you keep them alive, preventing emotional healing. Silence, on the other hand, is the antidote to this cycle. It offers a break, a moment of stillness, where your mind can slow down, your body can relax, and your energy can be replenished. In our hyper-connected world, we often feel the need to respond to everything, to give our opinions, to explain ourselves, and to justify our choices. But the truth is, not every thought needs a voice, and not every emotion needs expression. Silence helps you recognize that some emotions are meant to be processed internally, not projected outwardly. It gives you the space to understand your feelings without getting swept away by them. When you are silent, you let emotions settle rather than explode. This is why people who are able to remain calm in chaotic situations often seem more powerful. They are not calm because they have no challenges or struggles. They are calm because they have learned to protect their energy, to preserve their peace, and to not waste their strength on things that don't move them forward. Silence, far from being a passive state, is an active choice to conserve your mental and emotional reserves. It is about using your energy wisely. In that stillness, you gain clarity. You stop being swept away by external noise and instead focus on what truly matters. Silence creates the mental space necessary to think clearly, to act deliberately, and to make choices that align with your true goals. When you choose silence, you make room for growth, for understanding, and for real transformation. Silence is more than just the absence of sound. It's a pathway to focus and clarity. In a world filled with distractions, silence becomes an essential tool for cutting through the noise and reclaiming our attention. It's easy to get caught up in the constant hum of life. Notifications, conversations, and external pressures all compete for your focus. But true focus doesn't come from adding more input. It comes from reducing the noise that surrounds you, and more importantly, the noise inside your own mind. When we are constantly speaking, reacting, or explaining ourselves, our minds become scattered, divided by multiple thoughts, demands, and emotions. Silence, however, brings our scattered attention back to the present moment. It creates the space for you to gather your thoughts and prioritize what truly matters. In this stillness, you begin to see clearly. The urgent distractions that once seemed important fade into the background, and your true goals come into focus. Silence removes the excess, allowing you to discern what needs your energy and what is simply a distraction. Imagine how often we find ourselves caught in a cycle of responding to every demand, every comment, every message. We rush to fill every silence, to make every pause feel uncomfortable, as if we must always have something to say. But in doing so, we lose sight of our own direction. Silence allows you to step back from the chaos and regain control over your attention. It protects your focus from being hijacked by the trivial, giving you the mental clarity to stay on track with your long-term goals. In moments of silence, your mind can finally process what it has been overloaded with. It gives you the space to make thoughtful decisions, to weigh the long-term impact of your actions instead of rushing for short-term relief. Silence fosters the kind of focus that is rooted in intention, not impulse. It teaches you that focus is not about speed, it's about precision. When you stop reacting to every external stimulus, you gain the ability to move more deliberately, with purpose and clarity. Silence also creates a powerful sense of internal peace, making it easier to follow through on your goals without the constant pressure of outside influences. It sharpens your mind, aligning your thoughts with your intentions, and allowing you to act with clarity and conviction. With silence, you stop being pulled in different directions and start moving with confidence in the direction that truly matters to you. Silence is not only a shield against the noise of the world, it is also a strategic way to protect your momentum. When you speak too much about your plans, goals, or challenges, you expose yourself to the opinions and judgments of others. This gives people the opportunity to shape your path, to influence your decisions, and to interfere with your journey. The more you talk, the more you invite uncertainty, doubt, and resistance. But when you remain silent, you protect your vision and your progress. You allow your ideas to grow without being prematurely exposed to the scrutiny of others. Silence creates a powerful barrier, ensuring that your dreams stay untouchable until they are ready to emerge fully formed. When you hold your plans close to your chest, you keep them safe from criticism, from well-meaning advice that might derail you, and from the pressures of needing validation. This secrecy is not born out of fear. Rather, it is a deliberate choice to give your ideas the space they need to grow and mature. Just like a seed that needs the protection of the earth before it can sprout, your dreams need time and space to develop before they are exposed to the world. The act of staying silent about your intentions not only preserves your goals, but it also protects your emotional state. When you constantly share your plans, you inadvertently tie your worth to external validation. You begin to live according to other people's expectations, trying to meet their timelines and approval. Silence frees you from this cycle. It allows you to move at your own pace, guided by your internal compass, not the pressure to meet external demands. This freedom strengthens your resolve and gives you the clarity to act when the time is right, without rushing or reacting to the outside world. In the quiet, you can build without interruption, make decisions without second guessing, and execute without the weight of others' doubts. Your progress remains steady and undisturbed, and as time passes, your efforts will reveal themselves as results, not words. Silence in this way becomes a form of protection, protecting not only your ideas, but your mental and emotional energy. By keeping your moves subtle, You allow your actions to speak louder than any words ever could. And when you finally share your success, it won't need an explanation. It will simply stand as a testament to the power of quiet persistence. Silence is an unspoken foundation upon which emotional strength is built. In a world where we are constantly encouraged to express every feeling, share every thought, and react immediately to every stimulus, silence offers a different path. True emotional strength does not lie in unrestrained expression, but in the ability to contain and process emotions before they dictate our actions. Silence allows you the space to pause, to breathe, and to control your impulses instead of being controlled by them. When you choose silence in the face of provocation or challenge, you give yourself the time to reflect and respond intentionally. Rather than reacting out of anger or fear, you create a moment of stillness in which your emotional response can be guided by reason and clarity. This pause does not make you weak, it makes you stronger, because you are not allowing your emotions to hijack your decisions. You are choosing to act with purpose, not out of reflex. Emotional strength is not about suppressing your feelings. It is about mastering the response to those feelings. In the silence, you allow your emotions to settle, so they no longer dictate your actions impulsively. Every time you refrain from reacting immediately, you are building a deeper level of emotional discipline. You are teaching yourself to observe your emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them, to acknowledge them without letting them control your behavior. This emotional restraint communicates a sense of dignity. When someone tries to provoke you and you remain silent, you send a message that you are not easily rattled, that you will not be moved by momentary emotions or external pressure. Silence becomes your armor. It is not cold or defensive, but steady and unyielding. It creates a sense of respect from others because they recognize that you are not easily manipulated. You choose when to speak, when to act, and when to remain still, and this self-possession commands respect. In the long run, silence teaches you to withstand discomfort without breaking. It may feel unnatural at first to resist the urge to respond, to defend, or to explain yourself, but over time, silence becomes a source of inner strength. It transforms emotional chaos into clarity, turning impulsive reactions into deliberate, measured actions. It allows you to carry emotional weight with grace and wisdom, making you unshakable even in the face of adversity. Through silence, you not only protect your dignity, but also nurture the emotional resilience needed to navigate life's challenges with composure and confidence. Silence is an often overlooked tool for sharpening our thinking. In a world that constantly demands our attention, we are taught to believe that the more we speak, the clearer our thoughts become. But in reality, it is the opposite. The more we talk, the more scattered our thoughts become. Silence creates the mental space needed to organize ideas, to slow down the rush of emotions, and to let clarity emerge naturally. When we constantly talk, our minds are overwhelmed with noise, opinions, judgments, and distractions that cloud our judgment. Every word spoken adds another layer of mental clutter, preventing us from truly processing our thoughts. But when we remain silent, our minds can finally settle. Silence gives our thoughts room to breathe and form. It helps us see patterns and connections that were previously obscured by the rush of words. In the stillness of silence, our thinking becomes intentional and precise. We stop reacting impulsively, and instead, we begin to engage with our ideas thoughtfully. The pressure to speak or explain diminishes, and we can focus on what truly matters. When we remove unnecessary words, we give our minds the freedom to dive deeper into the issue at hand, to think critically, and to make well-informed decisions. This clarity of thought is not about speed, but about precision. In silence, we are not rushing to form answers, but rather allowing the answers to reveal themselves. It is in the quiet moments that our best ideas often come to light. When we stop speaking, we start thinking with depth. Our ideas slow down, allowing us to examine them thoroughly, to weigh their potential consequences, and to determine their true value. Silence also fosters intuition. When we are constantly talking, we drown out our inner voice. But in the stillness, we reconnect with our intuitive wisdom. We begin to trust ourselves more, to make decisions based on a deeper understanding that goes beyond logic or external input. Silence clears the path for intuition to flow freely. guiding us with a clarity that words often cannot capture. By embracing silence, we refine our ability to think clearly, to make decisions with purpose, and to trust our instincts. In this quiet space, our minds become focused instruments capable of tackling the most complex challenges with confidence and insight. Silence, in its purest form, sharpens our thinking, giving us the mental clarity and strength to act decisively and wisely. Silence is not just a tool for personal growth. It is a powerful force that naturally attracts respect and aligns us with the rhythm of life itself. In a world where everyone is clamoring for attention, the person who chooses to remain silent stands out, not by force, but by quiet strength. The mere act of holding back words and actions sends a message that speaks louder than any proclamation. Silence demands respect because it reflects an inner confidence that needs no external validation. When you choose silence, you create space for your actions to do the talking. It's in that space where the most profound progress happens, without the need to shout, to boast, or to constantly announce every step you take. Silence allows you to focus on what truly matters, on what needs to be nurtured in the dark before it can be revealed to the world. By not constantly seeking attention or approval, you are in control of your own timeline, your own pace. You are no longer driven by the pressure of external expectations, but by your own purpose and vision. Life does not reward noise, it rewards alignment. When you remain silent, you align your energy with your true purpose. You stop forcing outcomes, stop demanding results before they are ready, and instead allow them to unfold naturally. This alignment with time is what separates those who are constantly chasing recognition from those who build quietly, steadily, and with intention. Success, when it is born in silence, hits harder and lasts longer because it is the result of a deep and organic process, not a hasty, noise-driven effort. By practicing silence, you learn patience. You learn to wait for the right moment rather than rushing ahead, trying to control every aspect of your journey. Patience in silence is not passive. It is a strategic form of waiting, one that requires trust in the process and faith in your ability to grow without rushing. As you align with the natural rhythms of life, you stop measuring your progress by the applause or acknowledgement of others. Instead, you measure it by your inner stability, your quiet consistency, and the clarity that silence brings. In time, silence becomes your ally in attracting the right opportunities, people, and experiences into your life. It signals that you are prepared, that you are ready to move forward without the need for constant external validation. It's in the stillness that life responds to you, not with loud gestures, but with quiet gifts. Opportunities that come when you are most aligned with your true self. When you live in silence, you live in harmony with the flow of life, and that is when the deepest rewards come. In a world that never stops talking, silence becomes the ultimate tool for clarity, focus, and strength. It's through silence that we find the space to think clearly, protect our energy, and build without distractions. By embracing silence, we learn to prioritize what truly matters, letting our actions speak louder than words. Silence doesn't just preserve our peace, it aligns us with life's natural flow, enabling us to move with purpose and intention rather than reacting impulsively. The power of silence is not in the absence of sound, but in the deep, meaningful work it allows us to accomplish. Lesson: silence is not merely the absence of noise. It's a conscious choice that brings clarity, emotional control, and alignment with your true goals. In today's fast-paced world, the ability to pause, reflect, and choose your words wisely is a rare and valuable skill. To apply this lesson, start by practicing moments of silence throughout your day, whether it's before reacting in a conversation or simply taking a quiet moment to reflect on your goals. Use silence to reset, recharge, and focus on what truly matters. Question: how do you personally use silence in your daily life to improve your focus or emotional well-being? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and support us in creating more insightful content. Your support motivates us to keep delivering valuable videos.